So the big question is, if you cut your ear off, who would you give it to? Is it the local prostitute that you recently went to? Or would you give it to a family member? Or would you send it to a friend or to a museum? I have no idea who I would give it to, but it was a funny thought I had when I went to the Vincent van Gogh art exhibition. Now, that's the discussion today, which is how do you define success in your life? And even if you had success, how do you know that and how do you feel that? So before we begin, this is a lesson for anybody that wants to engage in English lessons. So if you're a student, watch the video and give it to your teacher and you can discuss it with them. If you're a teacher, show this to your students and then discuss it. I'll give you some vocabulary. There's a downloadable link that's giving you the PDF. And then just go discuss this. I'll also bring up some questions, but if you've got any of your own thoughts or questions, then just implement it at any time. I went to an art exhibition to Vincent van Gogh, I think is the correct pronunciation for this dude. And they say that he was one of the unhealthiest people to ever live. Not. I don't think it's completely like that, but he was not the healthiest person to ever live. He was in the mental asylum. He felt like a loser. And from what I read, he did about 2,000 paintings, and only one was sold when he was alive. Now, he became one of the most revolutionary artists of the last couple of hundred years, and his paintings are selling for millions. But this guy didn't feel good. And I was wondering to myself, one, what mental illnesses did he suffer from? Is it bipolar disorder, manic depressive, etc., etc.? And what if he lived in the modern era and we could give him maybe the mental support or emotional support that we do for people currently with mental illnesses, and not only from a medical or a medication perspective, but also from a therapeutic perspective, and also maybe if family members were more accustomed to having family members with mental illnesses, how to manage that situation, how would Vincent be today? The biggest thing that stood out for me was how remarkable he is or was considered as a painter, and how terrible he felt about himself. And how does the average person gauge or measure success at the moment? And how do you know if you're actually being successful? And that's the main question. What do you classify as success? Vincent obviously had XYZ as his success measurement or the benchmark for success. And he didn't meet that in his own mind. So, what is your specific goals that you need to reach to feel successful? And how would you know if you are reaching those goals? Are those internal goals? Are those external goals? Are those monetary goals? Are those experiential or experience orientated goals? And I think this is very interesting. Like, for me personally, I would say just to be a good person and to contribute to this earth, it's a massive goal. To have a job that actually benefits society. But my biggest goal currently is to want to be a fantastic dad and to be a great husband. But it's very difficult as the only goals that I have. From a career perspective, I don't have that. Now, that's just me, and everyone's different, which I think which makes this a very cool conversation. So tell me, one, if you cut your ear off, who would you give it to? What is success in your life? What success have you achieved? What success do you want to achieve? And what are the specific criteria that you have to meet or see or experience in order for you to say, yes, this is success? Again, if you want a free downloadable PDF, just check in the description box. Please use it. Apologies for the Google Translate. That's what they give me for the Polish. If you're a student and you want to have lessons with me, you're welcome to contact me. If you're a teacher and you want to have some skills on how to develop and introduce these complicated or more controversial topics to students, please contact me. I'm doing skill training for teachers. Other than that, guys, enjoy the conversations. Let me know in the comments if there's any other topic that you want to discuss.